The persistent idea that feelings are a female thing has left a generation of straight men stranded on emotionally stunted island, unable to forge intimate relationships with other men. It's women who are paying the price.
This form of emotional gold digging is not only detrimental to men, it's exhausting an entire generation of women.
I have personally scolded men, in front of men, for being cruel to men, and been told to butt out and mind my business. You can lead an angry young man to a hug, but you can't make him open his arms.
Are you serious?
Loneliness doesn't mean having no friends. It is an emotional pain which is caused due to lack of social connections. Here, social connections mean the feeling of being loved, valued, or cared. Once you lack that feeling, you start being lonely. So even a person with a lot of friends, siblings, large family relationships can feel lonely. Yes, male and female brains are almost the same. Both man and women show emotional bonding in their infant stages. But as we grow in two different systems. Now, it is one thing to try and change the system, but it is an entirely different thing to tell the man brought up in different system to get himself help, the same way a woman gets her help by... It is stupidity, to say the least. Men are brought up in a way that they have learned to place a higher value on stoic nature, being competitive, being strong, protecting people around them. If a man thinks he has failed to achieve these values, he might find himself being lonely. He might feel people won't care about him and slowly start to lose social connections. Telling this man that it is okay if he is unable to be competitive, it is okay to not be strong, is simply not going to work. Calling him lazy incel sociopath for not making friends, not talking to people is also not going to work. One needs to remember that the man that has been unable to achieve certain things, which he had been told since childhood that he is supposed to achieve, isn't going to be in his best mental space. Telling him to simply go out and talk and show emotions isn't going to help. It's not like amongst the two. Men are supposed to be the gender who have been encouraged to show and express emotions since childhood. It's like there is a wall in my mind, and what is on the other side of the wall will help me get past this loneliness. But I don't know how I will go to this other side of the wall. All the ability to make specifically emotionally valuable platonic friends, which will help me cure loneliness, lies on the other side of the wall. All the ability to be able to convey my emotions lies on the other side of this wall. But there is no information in my brain which I can access to overcome this wall. Yes, the help exists, but I have no idea how to use that help. Now you see the problem. To help the men that are currently facing loneliness, there need to be interventions tailored towards men, expecting them to be able to help themselves with the resources which obviously aren't helpful is simply idiotic. But even more importantly, people need to realize one thing, not just men. People, which include women or any other genders, need to respect themselves even being lonely, sad, angry, unconfident, unfunny, or pathetic. Some degree of loneliness is inevitable, as the limitations of human life mean it is impossible for anyone to continually satisfy their inherent need for connection. Loneliness is a fundamental part of the human condition. Because of the paradox between people's consciousness desiring meaning in life and the isolation and nothingness of the universe, you are ultimately searching for meaning when it doesn't exist. Where do you go then? Look no further than within. If you don't love yourself, nobody can love you. And if you do love yourself, you don't need anybody to love you.